Hello there! I think we should be live now. So, as usual, welcome to the stream. Please let me know if the audio is fine. Haven't changed anything from yesterday, so don't see why it shouldn't, but as always, if there is anything, please let me know. So, today I'm gonna do a little bit of everything. I'm gonna do a bit of guild expedition. But I see we need some help on this world here, so yeah, I will work on that. Let me see here. I don't think I will do a fight today because, or I will not do any fighting here today because it's gonna be too late. And then it's gonna be, as the last two streams, a bit of city reviews and stuff like that. So, first thing I want to do is that I want to, there's 2 seconds here, just need to find it real quick. Should have set this up before. So, I would like to thank Andrew Dick for subscribing to my channel. Subscribed since yesterday. I'd also like to thank Ron for subscribing. Oh, hello there, John. Hello, Meru. How are you guys doing? And I would also like to thank Harold Nat for donating $3.06. Thanks a lot. He says, thanks for your precious insights. Thanks a lot, really means a lot. And yeah, I'm glad you like it. I'm glad you like the insight. Hopefully I've been able to help. That's the main thing I want to do with my videos, with my live streams and so on. Try to help out you guys with events and so on. So I think the first thing I'll do this stream, while I let some more people come in, is that I will start doing some guild expedition. And I think what I'll do this time, probably not going to make a difference, but I'll fight with hovers. Perhaps we can see some difference between using turtles and hovers. I don't think so. I will probably win all of these fights without taking damage, I imagine. But yeah. And yeah, as in the previous streams, if you do want me to have a look at your city, please let me know your city name or your username, the world you play on, and which server, and I will check it out. I do have a few from yesterday or days before, so if any of you guys are here, please let me know, because as I have also mentioned in previous streams, I do want to go through the cities of players that are actually here on the stream live, so yeah. Actually, let me go into cinema mode, as I like to call it. Let's do auto battle and see. Here you can kind of see how good these units are. That was a one hit, actually. That's good. So yeah, especially with some decent attack boost, as you can see, one hit kills. And yeah, because they hit the rogues first, very easy to fight. Anyways. And yeah, as always, if you have any questions, feel free to ask whatever you might want to know. I'll do my best to answer. Today has been quite an uneventful day for me personally. Went to the store, but other than that, it's just been me chilling inside, working on some videos, and yeah, sitting inside while it's raining outside. Summer has finally ended here. We had a couple of weeks of sun, lovely weather, but now it's back to rain, unfortunately. So yeah. I will play through my attrition or my attempts here, and then I think I'll have a look at the first city. So yeah, if you would like me to have a look at your city, review your city, let me know in the chat and I will have a look. Here we go, and also let me just quickly check out. I need to check out when I should. Let me see. Crabsman, you look over cities to others. Yeah. So if you want me to have a look at your city, write me your in-game name, your server, and the world you play on, and I can have a look. So yeah, we will collect here in a little bit over 1 hour. Not sure if you can hear that, but that's the ice van, or whatever it's called outside. Haven't heard of that in ages. Miro says it's been crazy hot summer here. It hasn't actually been that hot, at least here. Further down south it's been really hot, and of course in Europe it's been really hot. But at least where I am, it hasn't actually been that bad. Hello there, Winston. How are you doing? And yeah, also, I forgot to check. I would like a Sentinel Outpost upgrade kit. I wouldn't mind that, because I do think I have some unleveled. Yeah, I do have a couple of unleveled Sentinel Outposts, but yeah, I will wait here. Crabsman, is that on the international server, the US server? Suppose I can check real quick. Don't see it here, so probably US then, I imagine. Or perhaps another world, not another server. Okay, but is it ever hot in Norway? Well, I suppose it depends on what you count as hot. It can get above 30, 35, but yeah, it's usually quite. Yeah, it usually doesn't get too much above 25, 30 degrees in the summer. But yeah, it's just as likely to be 15, 20 degrees during the summer, so yeah. But that's perfect for me. I don't really like weather too much above 20 degrees, so yeah, the last 3 or so weeks we have had 15, 20 degrees and sun, so that's been perfect for me. I'm gonna buy a few attempts to complete this section. Crabsman, are you playing on mobile or on browser? Ah, Norway. Is your game in Norwegian or is it in English? Can you check cities from Spanish server? Yep, I definitely can. Mr. J. So yeah, I can check on any world, any server. That's actually warmer than I thought. Probably depends on how far north you live, I imagine. Kind of, it definitely does. It is hotter, at least inland in the south, so in the Oslo region, that's typically where it's hottest. But the difference isn't actually that big across Norway, at least on the coast, due to the Gulf Stream. So it can get that hot further north as well, but it doesn't happen often. We might perhaps get one day at 30, 32, 35 degrees, but usually it isn't. Yeah. Norwegian, I am playing phone and browser, but most browser. Okay, so Norwegian, yeah, I can definitely check that out. So let me actually, yeah, why not start with that now? So let's go to the Norwegian server. I need to log in. Let me find, there we go. I love cold weather. You can cool PC just by opening the window. Yeah, that's definitely possible, I suppose. But yeah, I also prefer cool weather. Around 15 degrees, that's perfect for me. Anything above that, or 20 degrees is fine as well, but too much above that, it's too warm for me. So yeah, let's start the first tutorial simulator of the day. And yeah, there has actually been not too much going on, but on the beta server, I can go over it in a moment. There has been a few additional, or one additional thing added in regards to the new tutorial / start of the game. So we can have a look at that a little bit later on. Because it looks like they are doing, I haven't mentioned it quite a few times in a few videos, but it looks like they are reworking a couple of things. So that's cool in the early game. And hopefully when that is added, they will finally add a way to skip the tutorial, because it's quite annoying. Especially if you already have a world on a server. I think it would be nice if you could skip the tutorial. Because yeah, it's quite annoying to do on each world. Luckily it only takes a couple of minutes. Go. There we go. Alright, let's go to the continent map and fight. And actually that's a good time to bring up the change, or one of the possible changes. Because here, they've added a new background map for the early maps. And as you can see, these two look very, very similar, pretty much the same. But there is one small difference, and that's down in the corner here. For the first province, this is the old map, and you can see the lines here splitting the different sectors. Those are quite weak. But on the new map, you can see that these are much more visible, possibly indicating that these will instead be 3 different provinces, so you have to scout each individually, instead of getting all when you scout them. It will probably still be a couple of seconds to scout, but it might make it clearer with a reworked tutorial on how things work. And that's something that Beelzebub found first, indicating that these will be new provinces instead of all of these 3, as they are here being one province with 3 sectors. They might instead be 3 different provinces with 1 sector each. Not really an important difference, but something that it looks like they are working on. Anyway, I actually went to Tromsø for a holiday trip a few years ago. Lovely place. Unfortunately, the weather wasn't good enough to see the northern lights. I haven't actually been to Tromsø, and actually, I've never seen the northern lights either. I'm from the down south, and even though I live further north now, it's still quite uncommon in this area to see northern lights, so I've actually never seen them myself either. But yeah, one day hopefully I'll be able to. Alright, so let's go here. Crabsman, there we go. Fun factory. Hello Cosme, how are you doing? Alright, so let's have a look at the first city of the day, Mr. Crabsman on the Norwegian server. Alright, so first of all, let's see which age you're in. You are in the future era. Alright, so the first thing I notice is that down here you have quite a few roads with buildings only connected on one side. So I would try to improve this. Perhaps you're planning to add expansions or more buildings on the downside here. That's probably what I would do next if I were you. But yeah, try to eliminate that, because that's quite wasteful to have roads on, or buildings on only one side of the road down here. Hello, not allowed from Belgium. I would really love to go to Belgium one day. I would love to go quite a few places. But yeah, Belgium looks like a really cool place. Netherlands, that area there, I have never been there, so... Or I've been to the airport in Amsterdam, but that's about it. Alright, let's have a look at the... Where is it? There we go, town overview. So, town hall here. Yeah, so over here, this is also a little bit inefficient on the backside here, with the roads only connected to buildings on one side. So that's one thing I would try to work on, Mr. Crabsman. Quite like what we've done here with the Alcatraz, only connected by a few roads. That's quite good. But I would try, perhaps we will see it later on, to connect 2 or 3 great buildings to one road connected to the town hall. That's really efficient, so that would be something you could try looking at. I love Photo Vampires. I'm playing almost 6 years now. Wow, that's quite long. That's quite long indeed. I've been playing for a little bit over 4 years now, actually, so I'm starting to get a little bit old when it comes to Forge years. Alright, let's see here. This top section here is quite alright. You could try to end with a road into a few of these big buildings, but it's quite alright. The spot in the middle is for the army building Alcatraz. The spot in the middle, this spot here, if you're talking about new... Ah, okay, yeah, I see what I see what you mean. So for the hover tanks, I imagine, something like that. So yeah, that's quite fine. I would try to, if it is connected, if it takes up the entire space, let me 1, 2, 3, 6, I think it will take up the entire space. In that case, it's a little bit wasteful to have roads on both sides of it, or have these roads here, because those are not helping the building, but yeah, that's also something you can work on. And also here, for example, the terrace farm, what's it called? Terrassegård. Yeah, it's a little bit wasteful to have roads on multiple sides of the building, so I would try to work a little bit on that as well. Wait, let me quickly have a look at here. So, quite like what you have going on here. Looks like the start of a spring section, and I really like this area here, kind of spring themed. So that's cool. Looks like you are working a little bit with themes as well to try to group similar buildings. So that's cool. And yeah, in terms of the buildings you have, the specific buildings, I see a lot of good buildings. So yeah, not a lot to say there. A lot of attack buildings. So it looks like your focus is on attack. So that's good. Not too big a fan of the Winter Bakery, so that might be something to replace if you need space. Although it looks like you do have some free space at the moment, so not that big of a deal. Yet at least. And these two would also be something to consider replacing if you need space, especially if your focus is on attack. Although it does make for quite a cool area here, at least thematically. So yeah. Here as well, a little bit wasteful to have roads on top of the butterfly set, because you don't need roads there. You only need these 2 rows there, but it's alright, it's alright. Not that big of a deal. So yeah, I think the main takeaways is to try to not have roads on the outside of the city. Admittedly, it does look quite alright, but yeah. Do you have time to check my city? Yeah, I do. I definitely do, Cosme. So let me know your server name, your server name, world name, and your name. Write those in the chat, and I can have a look. And that same goes for all of you others as well. Write your name, I'll put you on the list, and then I'll have a look at your city. So yeah, for example, Jay, don't see your name, but yeah, if you want me to check out your city as well on the Spanish server, just write me the name and the world, and I'll have a look. So let's see. I had an early Middle Ages, an arc, and it's almost level 40 now. I'm age going to the 6th grade. Okay, I see. Yeah, and you like to play like a slow age leveler. If you do it fast, you don't have good loot. Sure, you can definitely play it. That's one of the things I like about the game. You can play how you want. If you want to take it slow, that's perfectly fine. Or if, like me, you want to rush through the ages. I rushed through all the ages that was available when I started in around 1 year. That's just me, that's my playstyle. So yeah. It really depends on what you want to do with your city. Thanks a lot. I'm gonna fix my city with your tip. I'm going for dinner. Bye bye. And if you want to join in another day, Crabs, after you have reworked, I'm more than happy to look at your city again. And the same with others. If I have had a look at your city and if you have reworked it, I'm more than happy to look again. Let's see. Let me put you guys on the list. So, I'm a sheep on NL3. There we go. Alright, so let's first have a look at I'm a sheep on NL3. So Netherlands, and I need to log in. For some reason it's not remembering my name, even though I do specifically say remember me. Oh well. So there we go, Spielen. Let's see, it was C. Okay, let's go through the tutorial once again. So yeah, if you have any questions about the game, about anything really, now is the time to ask while I go through the tutorial. Here we go. And yeah, I'm probably gonna start a petition one day to remove tutorials. Anyways, I don't know why I can't see my name. Yeah, I don't either, Jay. I can't see your name. So not sure what's up with that. I see your avatar, it's a J, so I can see that your name starts with J. I suppose it's George, or I don't know how to pronounce it. Or I know, but I can't really say it. Jorge or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, I can't see your name either, and you can see on the live stream as well in the chat window there. You can't see your name for some reason. Bronze Age. I really like the Dutch language. I think it sounds really cool. So wish I knew a little bit more. I do understand a little bit because I know a little bit of German, but yeah, not not really. But I think it sounds really cool. I really like the pronunciation of words and so on. The tutorial is alright, but once you've done 30-40 of them, it's getting a little bit old. When should you age up? What would you recommend? Personally, I'm a big believer in aging up when you feel like it. I wouldn't be too worried about what you can or can't do. Of course, if you are in a really competitive guild, if you want to do as much as possible in guild expedition, guild battlegrounds and so on, then you should make sure that you have enough resources and high enough boosts and so on. But if you are not too picky there, if you just want a new challenge, then I would move up whenever you want to. Even if it's a little bit challenging at first, you're gonna get used to it really quickly. You're gonna get the resources you need soon enough. So yeah, I would age up whenever you want to. So yeah. Yeah, and regarding the bot, I don't know. I can delete, but I can't ban. I can report it, so I'm not sure how that works, but I don't have a ban button, which is weird. Alright, so now we can have a look. Let's see. I'm a sheep. Let's go here. They will rework tutorial after you finish it on all servers. Yep, I bet that's what's gonna happen. Alrighty, let's have a look. Alright, here we go. So, industrial age. Alright, so first thing I noticed is that you have a lot of roads. That's possibly something I would look into working on to improve a little bit. Of course, it does look quite nice. So if you're not too careful, if you're not too interested in efficiency, it looks quite alright. But if you want to make things more efficient, I would work on stuff like this, for example. Surrounding a building with a road is quite inefficient. And here, for example, surrounding these buildings with a lot of roads, that's quite inefficient. Same with this here, connecting all of these chain buildings. None of those need roads and so on. So yeah, that's quite inefficient. That's kind of the main point. I would try to use fewer roads. Of course, style-wise, I think it looks quite cool. Kind of fits the age and so on, but yeah, it's definitely not the most efficient I've seen. So that's something I would work on, using fewer roads. Like what you've done here on the edge, you have one very nice, neat row with 2x2 buildings. I would do that all over the city for the other sizes as well. So, for example, here I have 2 rows of 3x3 buildings, another 2 rows of 3x3 buildings, and so on. Try to make things line up a little bit more. That gap is for more of the buildings. More of the chain buildings. Let's see. What I would do is that I would move the chain building to the outer edge somewhere, either here or over here possibly, and then connect the top piece with roads, but then have all of these other pieces unconnected. So imagine, for example, that you moved this over here, you connected it by a road here, but then you just had all of the chain buildings here down below here without connecting them to the road. Because these don't need roads, all of these pieces here. Something like that would be more efficient. And same thing here with the hippodrome. I will also try not to have roads on all sides or both sides of the building. Do free diamonds on YouTube work? No, they don't work. So if anyone tells you that you can get free diamonds, don't believe it. Or you can get free diamonds, but only through playing the game, doing quests and so on, getting the buildings. So yes, if people say that you can get diamonds from doing certain things in-game, that's fine. There are definitely a lot of ways to get free diamonds from the game. But if anyone has a code or a link or something like that, it's not work. It's a scam. So don't believe that. But if it involves building certain buildings in the game to get diamonds from them or from guild expedition or quests and so on, that works. That works. Hello there, Raf Gaming. Welcome to another live stream. I play with a good team in level 60 plus. Nice. So yeah, definitely a room for improvement here. But yeah, looks quite nice. Let me see your great buildings. Yeah, I would focus on the arc, try to get that higher, ideally up to level 80. But yeah, you're in no rush. But that's the main thing I would work on right now, to get this higher. And then after that, work on some of the other buildings a little bit more. Questions of our forum event. Okay, so there are a few forum. So if you go to the chat, there are usually some things like, okay, there's none here, but yeah, there usually are a few forum, what do they call, forum quizzes or forum competitions, stuff like that. Yep, those are definitely real, though those are from InnoGames. So yeah, from those you can win diamonds. And in the past, I was for a 10th anniversary event, I was also fortunate enough to be able to give away some diamonds to one of my viewers. Had a giveaway there, but that was a one-off thing. And yeah, so yeah, there are definitely ways to get free diamonds. But if you see a video saying they have a cheat code or a link to some weird page, that's probably not real. Let's see, which says previous city could do with some better road efficiency. Yeah, I think that's the main thing, that you could try to improve your road efficiency. What does redeem code? Yeah, there are no redeemable codes or anything like that. That's actually something that would be nice if you could gift things to players, but that's not possible. So yeah, you can't redeem any codes or anything like that. If you do win diamonds, you will receive them through a moderator. The moderator will give you those diamonds. So if someone says that go to this link, enter your details and you will get diamonds, that's a scam. So yeah. I asked you yesterday to have a look at my city. I don't know if you remember, but if not, I'd be glad to send you the details again. I probably have it here, but I would, if you have a reminder of what your name is or which of these guys you are, I will definitely have a look in the settings. There might be some, let me move it over here, I'm not sure what information is there on the settings. Profile, about, I'm not quite sure what you're talking about. Don't see it. Anyways, so let me see. Rougher. There we go. All right. So I'll have a look at your next city next, Ruff. So yeah. Can you check my city and suggest what should I update? I definitely can, Nicola. If you tell me your server name and your username, I'll put you on the list. But let's go to PT1 first. I'll probably have to log in again, I guess. PT. There we go. Not allowed. Yeah, the main thing is that you should try to improve the road efficiency. And what I mean by that is only, well, a few things. Only connect buildings on one side of the road. So do what you've done here on the edge and have more neat rows of 3x3, 4x4 and so on. And yeah. So you only need roads on one side of the building. So usually that means building, road, building, building, road, building, building, road, and so on. So yeah, I can probably see an example on some other worlds. Let me log in real quick. Okay, there we go. Nicola, there are a lot of servers on the European. There are a lot of European servers. So, yeah. And actually, that reminds me. I'll find a link that someone shared. I haven't really looked at it myself, but I've heard a lot of good things about this. So let me put this in the chat. I would also have a look at this, because I think it goes through a few good things, road efficiency and so on. Yeah, things like with the town hall here and so on. So have a look at this. I think this is a good guide. I haven't looked through it myself, but no, he's a common poster. I've seen him posting a lot, and it's on Discord and so on. So yeah, I would trust this guide. Anyways, let me see. One, Mr. Arrow. Yeah. DK, can you check out my city? It was on the list yesterday. I definitely can, DK. Let me see. Which is it? Dread Knight? Dread Knight, is that your name? Charlie Daly says, I have 15 worlds, can I enter drawings on each 15 worlds for free diamonds? The diamonds are tied to your account, so all the diamonds you get are shared between accounts, so no, you can only, or I don't really know much about those contests, but yeah, you can only enter them once. Alright, not allowed, thanks for joining in, and I'll see you another time. So yeah, I don't have anything to do with those giveaways or competitions and so on. But the forum ones, they are per account. And you can only log into the forum with one account, so, and you need to link your account to the forum user, so you can't create multiple users and so on. So yeah, you should only have one account on a server, so. Alright. Let me see, did I miss anything in the chat? I don't think so. Alright. So, let's go through the tutorial. I should really have a tutorial counter somewhere on the stream. Perhaps I'll add that later on. How many tutorials I've gone through. My city is quite new, less than a year. Nice. If you want to find out how old your city is, you can go to your user, and if you go through here to special achievements and the fan club, you can see how many days you have played. There you can check out how old your city is. Yeah, I need to go and go through. Yeah, why not? I'll do that. I'll try to add a tutorial counter for tomorrow. But yeah, I imagine it's probably 40, 50 or something like that. Done eating dinner. That's a quick dinner. Make sure you eat enough. Alrighty. So yeah. Now in terms of today's stream length, I'll see how long I go for, but it's not going to be more than 2 hours because I do have to go at 9 p.m. for me, local time. So in 1 hour and 20 minutes I have to go. But yeah, I'm probably not gonna. I'm not sure if I'll stream for a full 2 hours today. We'll have to see. Just did apparently 371 day. Nice. 371. So just a bit, just over 1 year. Let me find the name. Here we go. All right. So. Here we go. First thing I noticed, really nice with these chain buildings on the outside of the city. I suppose you probably left now, not allowed, but if you're still watching, or if you're watching this later on, not allowed, yeah, that's what I was talking about by putting the chains on the outside. So yeah, really nice with the chains on the outside. The lavender, I believe I checked that yesterday. That's the Forge Point one, right? I think so. JT says, when you go to your main city, can we have a guide to really fast fighting, please? I have the turtles from following your guide, but need some practice in speed fighting. Yes, but today is not a good day. Because, yeah, Battleground is not active. But in a couple of days, I will definitely do... I'll definitely have a look at fighting fast. Because, yeah, you can't really fight fast in Guild Expedition. So, yeah. 4 Forge Points, yep. So yeah, definitely a nice mix of Forge Points and attack, especially with the, what they're called, State of Ages and so on. Those are also quite good in terms of that. You are in Colonial, nice. So still quite early on in the city there, but definitely a well-developed city for the age. Level 80 Arc. Let's see, yeah, high level, great building. So really good progress in 1 year. So that's really good. Yep, I'll definitely show when Guild Battleground starts. I'm definitely not the fastest fighter, but yeah. Charlie asks, on all your worlds, do you have your fans for in the US version? I'm mainly playing on the international server, so EN 16 and 18 mainly. Jan asks, does the terrorist farm chain give you bonus while it's not connected? Not quite sure what you mean by terrorist farm chain. Because as far as I know, there's no terrorist farm chain. Do you mean the terracotta vineyard? Not quite sure. Timp, it's probably, or perhaps not. What's your name, Timp? If one of these are you, let me know. If not, please give me your names and so on, and we'll see. Anyways, let's have a quick look at the town overview. So town hall here, quite nice, I think. Connecting these two with few roads and so on. Can fit another 2x2 building there, I see. So yeah, that's quite nice. I also noticed right now down here, quite nice connecting these buildings to quite few roads. Same here with the Arc and the Inno Tower. That's quite nice. No worries, Jan. No worries. Yeah, as JT says, the vineyard itself, this one has to be connected, but the add-ons, the chain buildings don't. So no chain building actually. So these chain buildings, these none of the chains need a road connection. The main building needs a road connection, but none of the chains do. So yeah, as JT says, the main building needs a road. Alrighty. Now, in terms of things to improve, this area here is a little bit messy, I think. With the sentinels and so on, a little bit wasteful to have those connected to roads here. Yeah, so this area I would try to improve a little bit. I definitely understand the situation. I've been in similar situations where it's a little bit difficult to make things go up, but yeah, in general, this area here I would try to improve a bit. So yeah, I find that its international server world is east. Okay, Nicola, let me add a few of you guys to the list. So Nicola, you were first. EN, that's 5, I believe. And then I imagine your username is Timp then. Timp on US2. Also, how will you check if I have more than one account? And you asked previously, how do you play on the US run? Okay, so I suppose I can quickly go through that then. When you play up here, you can see all the different servers, all the different areas. And for each of these, you need to create a separate account. So the accounts you create are separate for each of these. There's nothing... They don't share anything. So for each of these, you need to create a new account and then log in with that, and so on. So yeah. Let me go back here. I have an expansion on the left of the CDM up here, I imagine. But I have nothing left to put. There's still a lot of things left in my inventory, but just ran out of space. Yeah, I definitely understand that. And it's also nice to have some free space, especially for events, so you can build and delete buildings and so on. But yeah. So yeah, in general, I really like the layout, especially with the chains. The big buildings are quite efficient. Perhaps you can try to do what is suggested here and connect your road to 3 great buildings similar to this. Something like that might be cool. So yeah. Yep, Artemis. Yeah, Artemis or JT, I will definitely have time to look at your city today. So yeah, I've already put you on the list, so actually I meant to go... I'll have a look at your next, because you were already on the list. Or after Dread Knight, because he was here yesterday, but yeah. Which world am I on? Yeah, I'm a rough, yeah, okay, so yeah. Yeah, I'll have a look at your city in a moment. Woohoo! So yeah, overall, I really like the city RAF. A few things to work on, especially around this area here. But yeah, really, really nice, really nice. Yeah, in terms of buildings to replace, if you do need space, perhaps some of these, but they're quite alright in this age, so not sure if I would replace a lot of what you have. I would probably try to get more space if you do need more space. So yeah, quite like it. Quite like it. Is there a way of saving it after as well, please, as my guildies want to watch it? The video will be saved. It's saved automatically to my channel. So if you go to my channel and past broadcasts, I can show you actually. Just want to make sure there's nothing incriminating. So if you go to my channel, go to uploads, you can go to past live streams, and you can see the live streams there. And actually they're also visible, I see, on all videos. You can see the past live streams here. So these are the live streams from the past 2 days. This is one today. I am working, or I will work on a new thumbnail for these videos, because I don't really like the thumbnails. Just something I threw up real quick, so I will work on that. But yeah, the videos are already available on my channel, so don't worry about that. Yep, definitely Raf, definitely Raf. And Siggy, I will add you to the list. I'm not sure if I'll have time to look at you today, but if not, I will definitely have time another day. Alright, so let's go to US 27. So Dread Knight, DK, what's the name of that? It's probably one of the newest ones. Newest worlds, I imagine. US. Oh, need to log in. Let me just find my login information real quick. There we go. All right, so okay, nice. Don't have that already. There we go. So that's the second newest. So around 2 years, 2.5 years, I think, something like that. It's been out, if I remember correctly. Alright, let's go through tutorial number, let's just call it 42, the answer to everything. Actually, I can see how many times I've gone through it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, minus 1, 2, 3, 4. So 17, this is number 18 then, but I've also done it plenty of times in the past, so probably around 40 times actually in total I've gone through the tutorial. Way too many. Alrighty. I'm going to play GVG now, but I have a stream on. Ah, nice. And good luck in GVG. Okay, so probably 1 hour earlier then, because on the international server at least, GVG is in 1 hour. Oh, many tutorials, yeah. I get sick of doing it. It's alright, it's alright. It's just going on autopilot at this point. $21 times 2 would be 42 indeed, so let's call it 42. Yeah, I have a world on all the international servers, so that's 18 tutorials. So yeah, probably around 40 in total. Here we go. Alrighty, back to the city. And let's go fight. GVG starts in 8 minutes to me. Okay, so yeah, I suppose all the European servers, or most of them, probably are 1 hour ahead of the international one, which is England time. How does that work? Because I thought the Europe was 1 hour ahead. Oh yeah, 1 hour ahead, so it's 1 hour earlier. Okay, that makes sense. So yeah, on the international one, it's British time, basically. And Europe, most of Europe, Western Europe at least, is 1 hour ahead. Alright, do you do GVG at all, or is that something that you don't really like? It's not that I dislike, it's just a little bit too time consuming, so I don't do any GVG now, and it's been years since I really did, but there was a period where I did quite a lot. I did quite a lot. There was a period in 2019, I think, where I would even set an alarm clock for the middle of the night. That was the time when they tested on the international server 3 calcs per day. But yeah, I was really active for quite some time. But then last 2 or so years, I haven't really been interested. Kind of burned out and moved on to other things. Alright, let me have a look at Dread Knight. On the Dark Council. So, I think you said that this was a relatively new world, or was that something I made up? Never mind then. Okay, so let's have a look. First of all, that is Progressive Era. So, Progressive, are you in... are you going for higher age, or have you gone for higher age units, or is this just regular Progressive Era? Who knows? Isn't it easier for you to share some email or something like that, or maybe Discord servers so people can easily send you their cities or something like that, so you can review them easier and faster? No, I think this is the best way, because I do like to have a look at them myself, so go through them myself instead of getting screenshots, for example. So yeah, I prefer doing it this way. Of course, if I was smart about it, I would probably go through the tutorial on all worlds, and eventually that's gonna happen, but yeah, for now I think this is alright. It's just regular city, alright. And 3 calcs per day, that's a lot. If I sometimes struggle to get there at 8 p.m, imagine the rest of that time. Yeah, it was quite an experience. So the way it worked is that sectors had a shield for 2 recalcs, so 16 hours. So there were 3 recalcs per day, and after you took a sector, it was protected for the next 2 recalcs. So that meant that you could, once you got things started, you could take a sector, it would be shielded, and then after that next recalc, you could move one further and one further and one further, and there was nothing the other people could do to stop you from advancing, except for release and retake their own sectors. So it was quite an experience for sure. Anyways, let's have a look at the city, and first of all, again, really like the statue of honor over here. I also really like the style here of the Winners Plazas, really fit with the statue of honor. Really cool with all of these stage of ages here, very neatly packed in. Really nice with the arc here, connected with one road in the corner here. So really like the section over here, both in terms of style and efficiency. That's really cool. Let's have a look at the town overview. Alright, so section up here, really nice, connecting these big buildings with quite few roads, so that's really good. It sounds a lot more fun, but yeah, like you said, very time consuming. Yeah, it definitely was. It was fun though, I did like it, but it took quite a lot of time. And yeah, in general, this looks really, really efficient. Up here, for example, these two big buildings here, only connected by one road here. Really nice, really nice. Similar thing here. Here, for example, is the... what's this? Ordnance. Ah, okay, so that's units, so yeah, that's fine. Doesn't need any roads, so that's good. Alright. So yeah, in general, really, really cool, really nice. Looks like you're going all out for attack, so that's nice. How much attack do you have? That's something that I really should ask more of you, what your attack boosts are and so on. Because yeah, it looks like you have quite a lot of attack. I'm starting to get some wheat fields, perhaps from Antique Dealer. I imagine you will probably pick up a few more now from the fall event coming up in a couple of weeks. So yeah, in general, really nice, really nice. In terms of buildings to replace, don't see it too much to replace, to be honest. The cider mills, I suppose you have those for events, probably, for event quests. So those are probably alright to have still, but might be something to replace in the future. The Colossus is a little bit outdated, so perhaps replace that as well eventually, but it's quite alright. Almost 1000 attack, almost there, so I imagine you will probably go above 1000 then, next event or perhaps even this event. And Wrath, yeah, 600, 400, that's quite nice. Definitely alright in those ages. So yeah, in general, really like the city. Not sure if I have a lot to say in terms of efficiency, things to improve in that regard. I think it looks really good actually. Don't think there's a lot to improve, to be honest. Because yeah, most of these big buildings are all connected with very few roads and so on. So yeah, I definitely agree with JT. Very nice city, very efficient. And you can see that also in the efficiency score here, over 100. So really good, really good. Yeah, really like it. So yeah, unless you have any other questions, I think I will move on to EN15. And there at least I don't have to go through the tutorial, because here I already have a world. That is Parkog. Alrighty, let's have a look. Let's find the user, Artemis. Puppies of War. Progressive era. Alright, let's have a look. This is my turn yet. Winston. Winston. What's your name, Winston? Your in-game name? Let me know your in-game name, and we'll see when you're next on the list. Alright, so first of all, really like the chain buildings on top here. That's quite nice. And I quite like the style, I suppose. I think it looks quite nice with these. I think the color scheme works well. Not that it really is important, but that's quite nice. Tugchan Bino. Here. Okay, so I will go for your city next because you were here from a previous day. So I will go to your city next, Winston. And then, yeah, I will continue on the list. Erico, hello there. Nice to see you. It's been a while now, but I haven't been streaming a lot, so that's probably why. Alright, let's have a look here. This looks really good. It looks like you have... Is it one road? So that's kind of the... Yeah, probably one of the most efficient ways to have great buildings around your town hall. This really, really good, JT. Really good. Attack is 1020-ish, defense around 960. Nice. I have some more Stage of Ages to put down. That's nice. Yeah, with those boosts, I do think I would focus mainly on attack. I think that's the main thing I would focus on. But yeah, this area here with your town hall, something all players should aspire to. Another attack stuff, but I need room for the HC, the Himeji. Yeah, the Himeji is definitely a nice building to have. So let me see if I would recommend removing something if you need the space, or which buildings I would remove if you do remove anything. Perhaps you could remove the Gate of the Sun Gods, perhaps the blacksmiths, perhaps you don't need those. This area here, do you have free space here, or is this... do you have expansions there, or do you need to place those later on? Need more defense, I have the turrets and hovers, etc. Okay, I see. Yeah, that's definitely all right then. But yeah. Yeah, in terms of buildings to replace, I don't really think there are a lot of buildings to replace, because most of these are good buildings. The Colossus perhaps is a little bit outdated, so perhaps that's one candidate to remove eventually if you do need more space. Perhaps you don't need the Sunken Treasure anymore. Blacksmiths are there for event, and yes, there is free space for both of them. Okay, so yeah, perhaps you can get the Himeji up here, perhaps. This is a little bit inefficient, this area here, with the roads here, so perhaps you're able to do something in this area to get the Himeji there. I definitely know why you are using the blacksmiths. That's definitely alright, but perhaps you don't need them if you can use the slave builders, but yeah, you don't have a lot of these, so perhaps you need all of them. Yeah, I'm not quite sure. How are you doing for expansions? Are you able to get more metal expansions, for example, or more from the continent maps and so on? That might be something to work on, but considering your arc, I imagine perhaps you have all the metal expansions. Yeah, I don't know. I think for the most part, really good, really efficient. Not quite sure what to. Perhaps you don't need the sunflower patch. That might be able to. You need it for this though, so who knows. Anyways, butterfly set, it's pretty much the same as me, so that's nice. -1 piece. Yeah, I can remove the road. There's free space next to the pirates as well. Over here, okay, so that's nice. Probably this area here then, I imagine. So that would probably fit something. Yeah, perhaps we can move some of these buildings. Perhaps the... Oh, golden ovary perhaps, or yeah, you can probably move things around a little bit to perhaps find some space. No metal one, no diamond ones. The only way I can get some is by aging up. Ah, okay, that sucks. That sucks indeed. Or actually, yeah, you can get a few more half year or so when the next stage is out. Then you should be able to get a few more metal expansions, or perhaps 1 more, 2 more metal expansions and diamond expansions. So in a year, perhaps you will be able to expand a little bit, but but yeah. In general, really nice city, really efficient for the most part. Really like what you've done here. Yeah. I think the main area to improve is this area here, which is quite wasteful with roads and so on. But yeah, I imagine you probably have these expansions here, these two. So yeah, I would try to figure something out here, perhaps get the Himeji in this area here. Or perhaps get the Himeji up here, for example, in the corner somewhere, or down here in the corner, and then move some of those buildings to other places where they are, where they fit better. On T, I feel kind of sad for getting too many fewer villages or even eagles, and PS2, basically everything will need to go back to in stock and put out only Sakura. I don't know. It's probably gonna take quite some time to get enough cherry sets for for it. So it sounds like you're doing high rate as well. Yeah, it's definitely fun. I haven't actually gone to max attrition. Actually, I haven't gone to max attrition yet. I haven't played too much lately, but yeah, I'll see. Actually, that's gonna be a cool stream, I think. On Thursday, I can see how far I can go, or I can probably go. I'm pretty sure I can go to the highest attrition. I probably need to be a little bit careful about which fights I do, but yeah. So yeah. And yeah, JT, no worries, and thanks a lot for your support, JT. Really means a lot. And yeah, really nice city. Love to see it. All right. Let me quickly check one thing. Here. Oh, that's not what I meant to click. I think it's almost time for me to collect my diamonds. Let me have a quick look here. 9 minutes. Okay, so we can have a look at one more city. How do you organize your Sakura rocks? Well, if you go to my channel, search Cherry, you can see quite a few videos on the Cherry set. This is quite a nice... This is quite a nice starting video to look at. So yeah, I have plenty of videos on the Cherry set. This one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Yeah, plenty. So you have a look at my channel and you can see a couple of videos on the Cherry set. This is how I do it at the moment. Alright, let's go to the next one, which is Beno on EN12. 1, 2, 3, 4, this? Yeah, there we go. So, this is Mr. Winston. And yeah, luckily I do have a world here. So again, no tutorial. Ooh, do I have the wrong name? Perhaps I wrote down the wrong. What's your what server are you playing on, Mr. Winston? I wrote down EN12, but that looks like it's wrong. So perhaps I wrote down the wrong number, the wrong server. While we wait, let's do some guild expedition here. Everything is unlocked, that's nice. So yeah, my main combo here when I fight has been 8 Abyssal Gliders. I think the best one is Harpoon Grenadiers with Rogues, but I've just been using this because I've been quite lazy. And yeah, here we also have, as you can see, Temple of Relics and HC, Himeji. That's not something I have on my newest route. Perhaps that's something I should add there eventually, but at the moment I'm a little bit cramped for space, so probably not gonna build it here. And let me check here real quick, nothing exciting there. Let's go for the tavern music, why not? Is this world you're on now your main city? So this is my, well, main. This is my oldest city. I do play more on this though, to be honest, right now. This is my newest city, my higher age unit city, the one I'm doing for that. So yeah, I suppose you could call this my main, although at the moment I do play more on this world. Alrighty, let's see what I've gotten from, oh nice, from the Temple of Relics. Probably not anything too good. Actually I do need some goods. I don't think I have all the goods yet, but I'll be taking it really slow in the highest age. The first one on the list of servers. Mount Kilmore. What's your name? Because I am on that world now. Ah, okay, space, there we go. Just needed a space in the name. Hey, how do the main settlement buildings at max level compare to event buildings when it comes to goods production? I think they are all really high up. Shinto Temple is the best, better than any event building. Sun Temple is also better than any event building. Yggdrasil, pretty much the best except for a few butterfly set options. So yeah, the Vikings, Japan and Mughal event buildings are better than any, basically any event building when it comes to goods production. Alright, let's have a look at Thug Chanbeno on the international server. So, first of all, in Space Age Asteroid Belt, the highest age. Really neat roads here. It reminds me of one of the cities I looked at yesterday. But yeah, really neat roads here. Really nice. Quite efficient. There are 2 or 3 things I noticed that you definitely can improve. So here, for example, this road here on the bottom side of, or connected to all of these cars, the dining cars there. That's quite inefficient, so that's something that you could try to look at. Yeah, that's a tool that I have made. I also have a video here on how to use it. I have a second video as well. So let me... why can't I copy? So that, and also here I talk a little bit about it. There we go. Hello Leo, welcome from Colombia. Anyways, back to this. As I mentioned, a few of these chain buildings are connected to roads here. Same thing with the Pirate's Hideout here, and the Terracotta Vineyard. That's quite inefficient, and I would try to improve that so that these are not connected to roads. Perhaps move this here, for example. That is your guildmate, Georges. That's nice. Hopefully he is a nice guy. I imagine he is. Here as well, a little bit inefficient to not have buildings on both sides. So I do think you can improve a few things here. You could probably move this, either perhaps to the side here somewhere. This one, perhaps you don't have expansions all the way, but on top here, for example, might be a good place to place it if you have enough expansions there. But yeah, I think you get the idea. I would try to minimize the number of roads, or ideally eliminate roads connected to the chain buildings. I think I would also try, here's your town hall, nothing too wrong about this, but I would try to do, like we have seen in a few other video cities, try to connect a few of the bigger great buildings to one road connected to the town hall. Will you do more city reviews? I definitely will, Paul. I think my list is full for today, but if you write your world and server and your name, I will add you to the list and we'll have a look another day. But yeah, for today I think my list is full. But yeah, give me your name and I'll have a look another day. Now, in terms of buildings to replace, if you need more space, I think the Mikoto Bridge might be a good alternative. Not the most efficient anymore, especially if you are focusing on attack. That might be something to replace. Yep, I'll definitely have a look, Eric. Not today, but another day. Tomorrow, probably. So yeah, I think the main thing is to try to connect a few of these buildings here to fewer roads, to ideally one road from the town hall, and also to work on getting the chain buildings not connected to a road. I think that's the main things, but overall, really nice, especially this area here, really neat. Quite like the Sept buildings there as well. Of course, you don't need these rows either, but not really a lot you can do right here, but that's also something to work on. Perhaps move these buildings down to the corner here and move these buildings up, and you can probably eliminate a few roads, but yeah. It does look, though, that you do have some free space, so perhaps you're not in a hurry to become more efficient, but yeah. In general, really nice city. Alright, so before I move on to another one, let me quickly collect my diamonds. I think we are ready to do so. We are indeed. So, yesterday I got 200, the day before I got 300, I think, if I remember correctly. So let's see what I get today. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. And I need to put my forge points somewhere, so let's see if we can find a place here. Let's see if we can do 0JCC. JCC. It's not secure, but who cares? I'll just put it on nonetheless. Nothing yet. Ah, there we go. That's 50. Better than nothing. But yeah, not the greatest day today on my farm. What am I missing? Ah, missing that. Okay, there we go. So, 50 on this. I have 2 more worlds to go, so let's have a look at those. And hello there, my Wiseman. How are you doing? See, I need to put my forge points somewhere on this world as well. I can do it there. And by the way, if anyone is playing on EN2, probably some nice free forge points to get here in my great building, because I'm not priming any spots, so I'm just adding. That's another 50. Another 50, nice, okay, 150 so far. We have 1 more world to check. Heath Hitchcock just passed 300,000 diamonds, nice. You should come to my Discord, there's a guy there, Britisher boy, he has a lot of wishing wells as well. Yeah, I can place here, nice. And nice, that is 200 today as well. Can we get another 50? No. Alright, but 200, that's quite alright. Alrighty. Okay, so let's move on to the next city on my list here. Romania, let me see who that was. That was Cosme Cassian, are you still here in the chat? Are you here? While we wait for that, let me go back to Romania. It was 2, of course it is. The one I haven't started on. I'm on Discord already. I'm the one that asked you to post the best building for AD every event. No worries. Alrighty, let's go through the tutorial once more. Number 43. I don't know if that's accurate, but let's go for it. Alrighty, there we go. And yeah, one thing good about the tutorial, you don't have to read anything of it, you can just click and click. Because yeah, I don't understand this at all, so I'm glad I don't have to understand it. Glad I can just go on autopilot. What? Another Romanian Wiseman. How many wishing wells do you have, Heath? I'd love to know how many. Because yeah, I imagine you have probably thousands of them. At least over 1,000, I would imagine. Alright, let's do the fight and then we are good to go. $4,000 wishing wells, nice. That's a lot. Wow. I would love to have a look at one of your cities one day. Because yeah, that is a lot. What happened here? Let's hope. Actually, do I have to continue or can I go? No, I have to continue, okay. Let me see. In your diamond farms, do you do guild expedition? I'm only one farm and not really sure how to progress it. Assuming you're asking Heath, I don't do guild expedition, even though I can do guild expedition, because my cities are advanced enough and ideally I should, but I don't in my cities. That's mainly because I'm lazy. Now you're done with GVG and I needed to do it solo. Oh, that sucks. Third place, nice. Nice one, Crabs, nice one. Bra jobba. And yeah, wishing wells of course have been quite tricky to get the last year or so. Which sucks, but to be honest I'm a little bit surprised we've been able to pick up wishing wells for this long. Alrighty, a new beginning, here we go. Alright, first of all, you are in the Arctic future, that's nice. Alright, first thing I notice, the chain building here, quite wasteful to have it connected to all of these roads here, so I would try to improve this somewhere, to improve this, to put it on the outside, similar to what you've done here with the terracotta. I would try to do something similar with this chain building, same thing you've done here with this, so you get the idea, I see. You just need to find a place for this one, I assume. How do you get more wishing wells without doing guild expedition? These days there are not really a lot of ways. In the past you could get wishing wells as daily specials, but yeah, now you can't really do that, so. Are Fountain of Youth a good alternative for wishing wells? Definitely, they are exactly the same as wishing wells, so nowadays the main ways of getting quote-unquote wishing wells is to go for Fountain of Youths from guild expedition, so yeah. And yeah, as Heath says, when it comes to having a lot of diamond farms, it will also depend on how many available worlds there are on your city, on your server. That's temporary, I assumed so, it's quite a recent building. So yeah, yeah, it's definitely more work to get Fountain of Youths now than it was getting wishing wells in the past, but nowadays you can't really do a lot about it, so yeah, you kind of have to do it that way. So yeah, let's have a look at the town overview here. Alright, so this is quite nice, connecting these two big buildings with one road, really nice. This building with one road, that's nice. What's that up in this corner? Ah, okay, I see. Some sun gods. Krebs asks what a diamond farm is. So for those who don't know what a diamond farm is, as I mentioned previously in the streams, diamonds are tied to your account. So all diamonds you get are shared between accounts. You could see it here. I got the diamonds here that I picked up in another world. So all the diamonds you pick up in all of your worlds go to the same account and you can spend them on all the different worlds. So if I collect diamonds on these worlds, I can spend them on these worlds here. So the idea is to create farms like this with a lot of wishing wells from which you can get diamonds. And then when you pick up diamonds here, you can spend those in other cities. So that's the idea behind diamond farms. Alrighty, let's go back to the town, to the overview. Yeah, again, quite nice with the chain building here. The CDM here a little bit inefficient with roads on both sides, same with the terrace farms here, so that might be something to look into improving. Not a big deal, but something that you can look into doing. I'm assuming this is a military building. Hover tanks, I imagine. So yeah, that's probably quite alright. My city is in this world as well. Can I get a quick glimpse? Weissman, I will have a look. I can have a look at your city, but not today because I do want to follow this order. I want to follow the list here. So yeah, I will have a look at another day if you leave your name, and I can have a look at it another day, but not today. Alrighty. Piazza. Sadly, it's getting a little bit. It's not getting a lot of love from InnoGames because yeah, the attack value hasn't been scaled in ages, but that's never mind that. Anyways, nice little butterfly set going on. You don't need these roads for the attack, so perhaps you could place this somewhere where it's not connected to a road, because yeah, you don't need a road. Similar here. I suppose you don't have any better place to place it, but eventually you might look into moving this away from roads as well. Similar to the fall set here, doesn't really need a road, although I suppose you do for the forge points here, so that's alright. Quite nice here with this. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is production buildings, right? And these buildings here, that's production buildings. I suppose they are nice for events, and perhaps there's also some recurring quests or something like that, but yeah, if you do need more space, perhaps that's something to consider replacing. And also all of these sentinels here, perhaps try to find a better place so that you can use the roads here for buildings, but yeah, as you mentioned, this is temporary, so sounds like you do have plans to rework a little bit here and there. Yeah, okay. So yeah, then you are probably the magnum opuses here, perhaps they can be replaced as well if you need more space. But yeah, they're quite alright still for event quests and so on. Bakery, I'm not a big fan of them, but yeah, unless you need more space, they're quite alright. Same with the terrace farms, as long as you have the space, no reason to get rid of them. But if you do want more attack in the future, for example, that might be something to consider replacing eventually. I replaced mine not too long ago from this world. I had 4 of them, I think. They are now gone, so yeah. Great buildings. So you have Arc, you have Alcatraz, you have Chateau. Let me see. You have Zeus, Guthrie. Okay, so all of those. Terracotta Army might be something to look into. You are probably at a stage now where that might make sense working on. Himeji might be a good option as well. I don't see an Himeji, so a Himeji Castle might be good to work on. Perhaps Space Carrier, because I don't see that either. Arctic Orangery, that's a good one. So AO, that might be a good one. As you are in the Arctic future, you might also consider the... I forget what it's called, but the recent one. Let me see. Let me get a great building list. The AI core might be a good option if you want to rush through the ages a little bit more quicker. Space Carrier, Himeji, AO. I think that's probably the main ones I would look into getting. Yeah. Oh, he does have a TA. Ah, there we go. He does. Okay, so never mind. You do have a TA. Perhaps level that a little bit higher. It's relatively low right now. So thank you, Nicola. Thank you, Nicola. Yeah, HC, AO, Kraken is a decent alternative. I'm not a massive fan of the Kraken, or I wouldn't say it that way. Kraken is good. I would definitely get it eventually, but I would focus more on probably HC and AO and AI core if you want to level up again. Hello, I'm late again. Have you covered Bitumen? I haven't, but I will go to you next because, yeah, the way I'm going to do this in the future and here, if I have names from previous days, I do want to cover those first. So the next one is going to be you, Bitumen. So yeah, I think that's all I need to say here for you, Cosme, unless you have any other questions. But overall, quite nice. A few things to work on. But yeah, no worries. Timp. That's a good shout, actually. So I'll have a look at you, Tim, first, because you were here also yesterday. Then Bitumen, and then I'll continue. Yeah, okay, so one thing, you three guys, are you still in the chat? Let me know. Because I do have to go in 25 minutes, so I'll see how much time I have. So, US2, let's go to US2. US. Don't have a world there yet. Should I start a channel? I would definitely love to see your diamond farms and so on. So definitely start a channel. I would love to see it. Alrighty, let's go through the tutorial. Number 44. Again, not sure if that's accurate or not, but I'm gonna go for it. Did I think I did the right one. That's US2, right? Or is this the wrong world? This is US2. I think I picked the right one. Do you know what FoE will because of fast fighting isn't fixed and Inno probably won't change that? What's your opinion on that? So regarding him quitting, I've known about that for quite some time. He hasn't really been playing for, I don't know, months now, probably over half a year. So that wasn't a surprise to me that he has quit. He pretty much already had already. Still making a few videos, but yeah. So not really surprised about that. In terms of the fighting, that of course sucks. As I have mentioned, I haven't really been playing a lot of guild versus guild in the last couple of years, so I didn't really know too much about it, but yeah, it definitely sucks. They have made some changes, and I do think that there might be some more things going forward. There was someone banned for doing it, what you showed in the video, so hopefully that's going to continue in the future. The main thing you need to do is just report players, and if I can find it in my Discord here. Ooh. So let me find it here. We're connecting to a report when a guild is reported. So even if you don't know the player, they will look into guilds according to the beta community manager. So if you suspect a guild or someone in a guild of cheating, send a report. That's about the best you can do, and hopefully it will be dealt with. But I have heard mixed or relatively poor feelings about that, or poor results of reporting. So hopefully that's something that will improve going forward. I have my reasons to think it might, but I can't really say anything for sure. So yeah. They can definitely be quite slow at fixing things. Let's go through the fight. Oh, is this province called... I never realized, but this province is called the same as the beta test world. Not really important, but just realized. Alright. Alrighty. And let me thank Cibolo Liolo, hopefully I pronounced that correctly, for subscribing to the channel. Welcome, welcome. Alrighty, let's see. Okay, so here we go. Is this you, Timpin? Do you think Flying Island is worth it? No, not really. I don't think the building itself is good. If you are just judging it by when it comes to the style, by the looks, then yeah, it's definitely really good. But for what it gives, no, it's not good. So Timp, is this you? Timpin is me. Alrighty, here we go. Alright, let's have a look. So, high Middle Ages. So, still relatively new then, I imagine. Or perhaps just doing things in your own pace. Alrighty, let's, first of all, this looks quite good. So yeah, really like what you've done here with the Alcatraz and AO. Both connected to one road. That's really nice. Really, really nice. Quite nice with the arc as well, connected by quite few roads. I would try to, in the future, if you're planning on reworking, I would try to not have roads on this many sides of the town hall. You've seen a few examples from previous cities, I think, where if you're able to do something similar with a few big buildings connected to one or two roads from the town hall, that would be nice. So this is a little bit wasteful, but not too big of a deal. This area here, very neat. Oh, let me get rid of that for a moment. This area here, very neat. The Temple of Relics, quite neat, so that's cool. You could try to get the Himeji as well to the outside of the city somewhere. Although with that said, you do already have most of the city is already surrounded by big buildings, so can't really do too much. Another thing I would work on a little bit is this section here with the Heroes Tavern and Stage of Ages. Roads on both sides a little bit inefficient, so probably try to work a little bit on that as well. Not that big of a deal, but yeah, something to work on if and when you do a rework, or if you plan on doing that. This section down here, quite nice. All of these, of course, don't need any roads, so that's quite nice. The terracotta army here, a little bit wasteful with roads on two sides here, so perhaps try to rework that a little bit as well. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah, okay. You can almost fit the Himeji down here, but not quite, so... But yeah, perhaps try to move the Himeji down here somewhere, perhaps. Something like that might be cool. Carlos, I definitely can check your city. Not today, but I will add you to the list and have a look at your city another day. Let's see. But I'm sure they are trying to figure out that behind the scenes. Most likely 2 to 5 programmers working on it when they have the time. Yeah, I imagine that they, as they already have done some things to work on catching cheaters and so on, hopefully they are working on some other things. I do think they might have something up their sleeves, but who knows, who knows. Thank you, Carlos, thank you. Alright, let me see here. Anything else? No, I think that's more or less... yeah, for the most part, I think this is really good, Tim. A few things to work on, but yeah, for the most part, really good, really nice. This area here as well, but it looks like you don't have too much else to place there at the moment, so that's quite alright. You could get a 2x2 building here, I suppose, but perhaps you don't. Looks like you have some free space anyways, so yeah. Alrighty. Thank you, Tim. Thank you for being patient. Yeah, thank you for joining. Yeah, definitely nice work. All right, let's go to HU1. Oh, let me switch my world first. HU, there we go. All right, Crabs, thanks for joining. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Let me see. HU1. Why is this not loading? Okay. Ah, there we go. Quite slow loading. That's weird. Hello there, class. Ah, I forgot to reply to your comment, class. Don't worry about missing any streams or anything like that. You're not obliged to watch my streams live. So don't worry about that at all. It's frustrating that when you try and fight fast on the PC, the OK button and attack button are moved over so slightly from each other. Really? I thought that was no longer the case. Ah, JT. So when on Mondays, after the PvP tower, when the PvP tower is resetting for the next week, there will be a period where they don't match, but they should match most of the time. Up there, but if you don't have time to check it, it is okay. Just let me know when is your next stream, please. George, I will have time to look at your city. Don't worry about that. My next stream will be tomorrow, same time at 7 p.m. Yeah, George, I will have time to look at probably at least these two. Here we go. So, how are all of you guys doing? Really slow connection to the Hungarian server. Hopefully it's not only me, but I suppose while I wait for that, I could also perhaps work on James at the same time. So let me do it this way. That's the one, right? Yeah. Perhaps it's my connection, because the Spanish one is also quite slow. Hopefully the stream is alright then. Don't see any issues with the stream, so not sure if it's me or if it's the different servers that are having issues. Because this is also really slow. Speedrunning tutorials on multiple worlds at the same time. This is how you do it. Next time I'll have 4 different ones going at the same time. At least have something to do while these very slow units walk. Need to get ready for DVD. No worries. No worries. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining. See you another time. And yeah, have fun. Have fun doing guild versus guild. I probably will do some one day on stream. Yeah, not for now at least. Let's get back to this a little bit later on. Let's have a look at the cities. So, yeah, here we go. Bitcoin. Here we go. Alrighty, best guild. Nice. So, you are in progressive era. Is this a regular city, or are you doing higher age unit? Class, what's your city name? Do I have it from another day? I feel like perhaps I have, but what's your name, Class? I don't think I can do it today, I'm afraid. Yeah, I definitely can. I was drawn to this area immediately. So yeah, love the cherry set. This looks like the 12 by 13, I think. And yeah, I absolutely love the winter village set. Not the most efficient, but really like it. What's your name, Class? So that I remember which one it is or these. So yeah, really nice butterfly set as well. And of course the fall set, really nice. This looks like kind of a hybrid actually between forge points and attack and defense. So that's quite nice. Jordan, okay. My connection faster than yours. No worries. Alright, so let's go back here. Really nice with the chain sets here. Connected to a few roads here, but not a big deal. Overall, really nice area here. Quite efficient. You have quite a lot of magnum opuses. I'm not sure if you need all of them, but I suppose you're using them for event quests, I imagine. Progressive. Yeah, so that's quite alright. Alright, so a little bit over 1000 attack, 900 defense, that's nice. Ooh, didn't notice at first, but yeah, really nice hippodrome up here as well, connected to two roads here, that's really cool. In terms of town hall, quite alright. Thinking these big buildings here, buildings up there, so that's quite nice. Stone Age. Not quite sure why that's Stone Age on the FoE helper, but it is what it is. I suppose that's for style points, the 2x2 roads, or I suppose also for the incidents. So yeah, overall I think this is really good. Connected to here as well, for example. A lot of big buildings connected by very few roads. You have a lot of sets, really like that are not, don't need any roads. That's really cool. So yeah, I really like it, of course. The main thing I like, of course, are these here. Really like that, but yeah, really nice. In terms of things to remove or replace if you need more space, I think the main thing is probably the rock faces. That's perhaps something you can look at replacing if you need space. But yeah, I think, yeah, for my part, I think it's really good, really cool. How would you recommend doing a major city layout overall? Should I do it in stages? I recommend just stripping everything and then start building. That's my what I prefer doing. Alireza. So yeah, overall, really nice city Andre. Not sure if there are a lot to work on, but yeah, really cool. A few, yeah, here for example, big building in the corner here, not ideal, but yeah, not the worst case. Here as well, big building in the corner, not ideal, but yeah, quite nice, quite nice. All right, I think actually I need to move on because so what I'll do. Okay, now I will go over a little bit. I'll do these 3, but I'll do it relatively quickly. So let's go to Netherlands, Fell. Netherlands. And let's do these at the same time. Oh, sorry, forgot to mute this. That's probably been annoying. Let's move this. Alright, here we go. I'm going off to work. Bye bye. Alright, thank you Diablo. Thank you for joining. Thank you for subscribing. Here we go. Speedrunning the tutorial. Alright, off to the map, off to fight. We go. All right. Sorry. I have to go now. It's recalculated. No worries, JT. Thank you a lot. Thanks a lot. I will try to tune in tomorrow as well. This has been interesting. Nice that it has been interesting. So yeah, no worries, no worries. I'm imagining quite a few of you are or perhaps have GVG duty. Don't worry about it at all. Alright, so let's go for a small break on that world and let's have a look at Mr. George. Probably not pronouncing that correctly, but so I'll do George and Jordan and then Nicola. And I'm sorry for the others that I can't do yours today, but another day for sure. Alrighty, here we go. So, Arctic Future. That's nice. Slowly loading in. Okay, nothing in here, I think. Yeah, nothing in here. Okay, so let's have a look. First of all, let's have a look here. So the town hall here, I did something really similar on one of my diamond farms a while back. So yeah, that's nice. Yeah, you have one hover tank here, so that's nice. So yeah, the first thing that I noticed, of course, really neat rows with a, yeah, quite nicely done. Love this long chain here, only connected by a road up here. Terminating here into the Alcatraz, really nice. Perhaps you can try to do something similar for Temple of Relics or the Arctic Avancery. Not the biggest deal, but yeah. Are you going to stream every day? Because if you do, then I need to rearrange some free time from 7 to 9. Yeah, my plan is, at least for now, to stream each day from 7, perhaps not to 9 each day, but at least starting 7 each day. But yeah, that's my plan, at least for the next couple of, probably the next couple of weeks. We will see how long my current situation lasts. Because yeah, if you haven't seen the video I made a couple of days ago, I lost my job last week because the company went bankrupt, so I have quite a lot of time, free time now, so yeah, want to use this to do a bit of streaming and making videos and so on. Alright, so let me go back here. So in terms of layout, I think this is really cool, really good. You do have a lot of big buildings connected to roads, but I'm not sure how much better you can do, because, yeah, you have used most of the outer edges here for big buildings, and yeah, I don't think you can do too much more to improve that, so that's good. Do you have, I imagine you have expansions here, so perhaps you're saving that for this event, who knows. I do really like the designs here. This looks like one of, I think it's a 13-piece design if I'm not mistaken. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, yep. Thought I recognized that, so that's nice. This is also quite nice. It's mainly focusing on defense, I think, with these, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, that's really cool. So yeah, I think for the most part, really nice city. Now, in terms of buildings to replace if you need some space, I think the Colossus is probably one alternative to replace. I'm generally not a big fan of this building here. I forget what it's called in English. So this might be something to replace, I don't know. No worries, Nicola, I'm doing quite alright, so yeah, I'm sure I'll be able to either find something new, or as I mentioned in the video, also hope that the company might be able to restart in some way, shape or form, and that I might go back. It's for a new building and some other, yeah, so that's nice. I think that's quite a nice number of blacksmiths, so don't think you probably shouldn't replace any of those. Bakeries, I'm not a big fan, but again, not the worst buildings either, so yeah, overall I think really nice. Really nice. You do have a lot of big buildings, so yeah, nothing inherently wrong with that, but you will have situations like this, for example, with these big buildings in a corner, which is quite inefficient, but not too much you can do about it, considering you do have a lot of big buildings. So yeah, in general, really nice, really nice. Alrighty, let's move on to, unless you have any other questions, George, I'm happy to answer those as well. And again, sorry for butchering your name. I know that's not how you pronounce it, but that's the best I'm going to be able to do, I'm afraid. Why should you do blacksmiths and not other production buildings? So the benefit with blacksmiths is more or less that they are the smallest buildings, production buildings in the game. So that's the main thing. They're very small. They're also really quick to build. Only takes 20 minutes. So yeah, very small buildings is the main thing. So it's mainly for event quests where you have to do a certain number of productions. So the smaller the buildings, the better, because yeah, you're able to fit more for the same space. So that's the main reasons of getting blacksmiths. But also you do need a few other buildings, like, I thought I saw it here, yeah, like the Slave Builder, for example, to do current era productions as well, because there are a few quests for that. Alrighty, here we go. Let's get the name. This was Jordan. Alright, so colonial age, it looks like, yep, colonial age. but why have a lot of other production buildings? So yeah, no, you shouldn't really have a lot of other production, or you can have a lot of other production buildings if you don't have anything better to place, but yeah, there's not really that... Okay, there are a few reasons to have other production buildings, and this is actually a good example. I see that you are in colonial and you have... what's the colonial age equivalent? Yeah, there are certain recurring quests, for example. You are past that. I think the new one is Clock Tower. Let me just quickly check. Yeah, the Clockmaker, for example. So in your age, the Clockmaker would be another good example. It's also quite small, and you can use it for recurring quests. So yeah, that's another reason why you might have some. But at least when you get to a stage where you have a lot of event buildings, you don't really need that many production buildings anymore. So yeah. Right, so the first thing I noticed here, class. And yeah, George, yeah, I would probably remove that building, because defense is not really helpful. So class, first thing I noticed is that you have quite a few houses, production buildings and so on. Nothing wrong with that, but ideally you would eventually replace as many of these as possible with event buildings as and when you get more. So that's something I would try to look into as you play more and more events. Try to replace more and more of these houses and production buildings. Discord, yep, I can definitely share a link. Let me find the link to my Discord. Actually, no, it's in, yeah, I will find a link, but it's also in the description of this video. Of this live stream, you can find a link to the Discord's channel. But yeah, there's also another link to the Discord channel. So yeah, that's one thing to work on, class. Another thing that you can work on is to minimize the number of roads you use. So here, for example, in this area, yeah, in this area here, for example, you have a road down here. That's quite wasteful with roads on multiple sides of the same buildings. So these buildings and these buildings have roads on both sides. Stuff like that, that's quite wasteful, so something you could look into. I also see that you have a few goods buildings from quite early ages. That's not something I would recommend. I mainly recommend having goods buildings of your current age and possibly the age below, because it's better probably to trade for those early goods if you still need them. Not sure if you need Bronze Age goods anymore, don't think so. So I would probably replace your older goods buildings with goods buildings of your current age. I think that's something I would do. Eventually, as you get more and more event buildings, you will also phase out goods buildings, but for now at least, perfectly fine to still have some, because you have plenty of space. I would continue on leveling your arc. I think that's the main focus you need to have now when it comes to great buildings. But yeah, I think the main thing you need to focus on, replace houses and so on, and try to... Actually, yeah, let me paste this again. I would have a look at this guide here. It goes through some of the details about how to make your layout more efficient. So the main thing is try to eliminate places here where you have roads on multiple sides of the same buildings. Bronze not, but iron for the continent map. I see. So, looks like you are mainly focusing on negotiating. I would try to learn how to fight a little bit more, because on the continent map, you should be able to fight all of it relatively easily. So, yeah, something to look into, trying to fight a little bit more. But yeah, keep on developing and keep on getting event buildings. Perhaps try to improve the layout a bit. But yeah, in general, just play as you want, and yeah. I think that's the main thing. I think I do need to move on to the last city. But to you and to all the others, if you do want me to check your city another time, if you have reworked the city, I'm happy to do so. Okay, let's end this with Nicola on EN. Ooh, okay, you did not see that. Not that it's that big of a secret, but... Alright. Let's finally look at Nicola, and then I will end the stream afterwards. I've gone a little bit over the 2-hour time limit I had, but that's alright. Have my Susan Elka built yesterday, and I'm planning to build the R. Class, nothing wrong with getting all those buildings early on, but I think I would focus on leveling your arc a little bit higher before you build too many buildings, because it's usually better to focus on one building, get that relatively high up, or especially the arc, and then as you level your arc, then work a little bit more on the other buildings. So yeah. Alright, first thing I noticed, this long chain here connected to a road is quite wasteful, so I would try to eliminate that, to perhaps move this row, or move this here one over, move the roads to this side, and then generally shift over the roads. Try to fit this on yeah, try not to have a road connected to it. I think that's one thing. Similar to what we've done down here, for example, with these, because these are not really connected to roads, so that's nice. Yep, class, that's fine. Yeah, you can definitely build them, level them a little bit. But yeah, I would try to focus on not having too many low age great buildings, but if you do have the space, it's fine. Alrighty, so the Alcatraz here, quite nice. Don't really need this road, but so you can delete that if you need the space, but it looks like you do have a bit of free space. So yeah, that's quite nice. I would try to see if you are able to do something like this with one road and a couple of buildings, but not that big of a deal. Still quite efficient. I would probably try to rework this area a little bit. Quite wasteful to have the turret here connected to all of these roads. The CDM surrounded by roads here, a little bit wasteful, so I would probably try to rework this area a little bit as well. But yeah, in general, quite nice. Do you have expansions here, or is this open space? So yeah, if so, I imagine if you do have expansions here, you probably do have quite a bit of space to work with, I imagine. So yeah, that's nice. Cruise report. Cruiser. That's the sub-cruisers, I think. Yeah, that's all good good units to fight with. You don't really need roads for this. I see you understand that, so yeah, that's something you perhaps you can move this somewhere in this area here, for example, where you don't have roads, but yeah, it looks like you do have quite a bit of space. I'm back from work. Hopefully my city hasn't been checked. No, I haven't checked it today, it's Siggy. But if you come back tomorrow, somewhere between 7 and 8, 9 p.m, I can probably have a look at yours then. But no, I haven't looked at it today. But yeah, outside of those points, things I've pointed out, I think it looks quite alright. In terms of buildings to replace, if you do need space, although it doesn't really look like you do need space at the moment, but if you were to replace something, perhaps the Colossus might be one of the options, a little bit outdated at this point. The Athlon Abbey. Athlon Abbey. I think that's... Don't think that has any attack, if I remember correctly. Though, of course, not every building needs to have attack, but it looks like we are focusing on attack, so... Yeah, the Athlon Abbey, perhaps that's something to replace. It's not that terrible when it comes to forge points, so... Yeah, not that big of a deal. What about great buildings? What should I level or build? So... Oh, wow, that's a high-level arc. Nice. I think... Actually, I forget what mine is. Mine is... Oh, 132. That's higher than I thought, actually. I forgot. That's not the city. Here we go. Alright, so arc is high. Perhaps bring Himeji to level 58. That might be a good bet. Space Carrier to... No, that's alright. Alcatraz is alright. Templar Relic is alright. Perhaps level up the Chateau a little bit. Perhaps level the Cathedral a bit. The Zeus a bit more, perhaps. Perhaps the CDM a few levels more. Terracotta as well. I think the main one is probably Himeji now, to get that to level 58. I think that might be the first goal, first target. Perhaps level the Lighthouse. Or even delete it if you don't need it. That really depends on what you need. It's quite nice for goods production. So, I do suppose supplies as well, so not too bad. CC, yeah, you can level that as well. I think the... Oh, there we go. AO, that's quite nice as well. Yeah, I think I would mainly level Himeji right now. In terms of getting new buildings, I don't know. Perhaps Kraken might be your next building. I don't think you are in any rush of getting that, so that might be an option. If you want to level up quicker through the ages, then the AI core might be a good option, but yeah, in general, I think Himeji might be the best bet. So yeah. I do think actually I will end the stream now. Quite abruptly, but I do need to go to the bathroom as well. So quite nice point to end, I think. So yeah, thank you all for for joining me. Yeah, you can definitely go arc a few more levels as well. So yeah, thanks a lot for joining me. Hopefully you had fun. I definitely did. I will be streaming tomorrow at 7 PM as well. So yeah, thanks for joining. And I will see you tomorrow at 7 PM. Thank you. Bye bye.